Hello and welcome to Lap of the World. I'm Richard.
I'm Liz, and this is our 1992 Acura NSX.
It has 280,000 miles on it. It's lapped 20 or so different racetracks.
And we're driving it from Knoxville, Tennessee to Washington, D.C. for NSXPO 2019.
So join us as we hit the track and the street with 100 or so other owners in celebrating the history and the future of those three iconic letters.
Hey guys, and welcome to day 3 of NSXPO. We are on our way to the first event of day 3, and unfortunately, we didn't put out a video last night because we were social. We got in a little bit late and then ended up running into a ton of people that we knew and hung out, had dinner with people, and got back to our room close to midnight.
Yeah, we decided that unfortunately discretion was going to be the better part of valor, and it was more important for us to be kind of awake and alert today to kind of enjoy what was going on rather than trying to stay up until probably, I'd guess, 3 in the morning to get a video put out. So instead,
you get a 2-for-1 special, and we're going to actually give you day 2 and day 3 together.
Yeah, bonus video. Now, yeah, big 2-for-1 today. So what we're going to do, we are approaching our first stop, as Liz said, at the Udvar Hazy Air and Space Museum. But first, what we're going to do is we are going to rewind and pick up day 2 before then returning to you from the museum for day 3. So, join me with the rewind. Picking up right where we left off, day 1 at the track ended with me addressing my brake pad miscalculation before then repairing to the hotel to edit video. After a late night of that, day 2 began with a beautiful sunrise and the traditional sounding of the conch by Mark Hicks of Chin Track Days. While I then got back out on track to enjoy Summit Point a little more, Liz reprised her role as Queen of the Ride-Alongs and helped facilitate James, Nick, and Peter cycling more than 50 people each through their respective right seats through the day. That's handily an NSXPO record. If you didn't come to the track to take advantage, shame on you, you missed out. But, because I'm nice, here's a teaser of what that looked like. Having now seen, quote-unquote, how it's done, things started to wind down midday, and it was time for a parade lap and track event photo op on the front straight of Summit, Maine. Shout out here to Mark Hicks for efficiently herding us cats and staging the photo in what must have been record time. And the parade lap followed, giving everyone, even drivers not participating in the track event, a taste of what they were missing with Summit Point, Maine.
Well, we are wrapping up another great and beautiful day at the track, mostly without incident.
Mostly. Not to be left out after yesterday's shenanigans, we had a McLaren a little bit on fire in the paddock earlier. Again, unfortunately, no injuries. Car looked salvageable, just a little bit of a flame burp out the back end, it seemed. Yeah, so
it's unfortunate, but
hopefully,
glad everybody's okay.
I would say hopefully nothing too expensive, but it's a McLaren, so I can wish the guy well on his and hope he, next scratch-off ticket hits or whatever. But yeah, no, it's been a great day out here. I think I had a ton of fun on the track and hanging around talking to everybody that's out here, even some of the folks that are not going to be joining us at the social event, but we're track nerds, either with the NSX Club or with Chin Track Days. So,
well, and thanks again to Chin, who ran a fantastic event.
Yeah, no, smooth as always. Mark Hicks, I think, gets the MVP for the photo session today. That was record time, record setup time for a for a large group photo of car people and cars.
I don't know. I'd give him MVP for his conch blowing and his drivers meetings too. So.
It's a fun tradition. So again, another reason to go run with Chin Track Days if you haven't. But and so that's. We're kind of getting packed up here. I have, for the drive, I have some new eyewear, a little more stylish, common fibers again, polarized carbon fiber sunglasses. They weigh next to nothing.
Not just that, but Acura branded.
Acura branded.
Yeah.
So, situationally appropriate to boot.
Represent.
But so we're gonna get on the road here. There's been some debate about the departure time.
We're going to throw caution to the wind and leave before everybody says we should and see what happens.
Yeah, so we may be back with a traffic update. Otherwise, we'll probably pick you guys up from the reception and or have already seen you in DC by the time you watch this. So then after another full day enjoying Summit Point, Liz and I packed our car and headed towards Washington, DC proper for the NSXPO 2019 social event. Our start was delayed a little bit on account of some mild electrical shenanigans as the climate control unit in the NSX decided to throw a little fit. But in the end, we made it into DC unscathed and, as we said, ended up socializing with some of the NSX family until late in the evening. Returning to the video present, our first stop on day 3 was Udvar Hazy Air and Space Museum. We arrived before opening to engage in a little bit more cat herding for another group photo to include the folks who hadn't made it out to Summit Point. OSHA-approved photography ladder included. Once the museum opened, we then went inside to appreciate some other great feats of engineering with wings and wheels.
Well, you now rejoin us live from the car after some parking shenanigans and then visiting a museum that we really could have spent all day in.
Yeah, but I had to peel myself away, or Liz had to peel me away from ogling the SR-71 Blackbird on display in order for us to get over and have a pleasant lunch at Pohanka Acura.
Yeah. Thanks again, Jerry and Meredith.
Yep. Very good times.
Now we are in the car and headed towards Skyline Drive for a little bit of a scenic drive.
Yep, it's a gorgeous day again today, so we think we should have some, if there are sights to see, we should be able to see them. Skyline Drive truly did live up to its billing with scenery all around, both in front, alongside, and behind. It reminded me of Foothills Parkway back home, maybe less well manicured, but with even more expansive views. The Shenandoah Valley really is a beautiful part of the country. So Liz, I will have to say that I think Skyline Drive was definitely worth the trip. The part of it we drove. We did not do the whole thing, admittedly, but I think it was for kind of a good reason.
Yeah, we just kind of felt like it was a little, for us, it was going to be a little bit rushed. We wanted to be able to get back to the hotel room and change and shower and relax a little bit before we headed to the boat ride. And I think we did the whole thing. We'd be getting in after 6 o'clock and the boat leaves at 7. So.
Yeah, so in order to make sure that we make dinner, aka the boat, we turned her out a little bit early. So we got up there, we actually got up there before I think most folks did.
Which ended up working out.
Yeah, we got to, you'll have seen some nice footage of them driving by and stuff like that, and that was because we were able to kind of leapfrog them a couple of times before we decided to turn around and head back before we got quite to the halfway point. But
Well, and frankly, we weren't the only ones. Some people decided not to go on the drive, and some people did only do part of it.
Yeah, having not done that drive though before, and it being the day that it is today, which is gorgeous,
Oh,
I think
amazing.
It was definitely worth it. The views that were there were definitely on full display. Part of the Shenandoah Valley that you were able to kind of see almost all of it at once. I mean, not almost all of it, but you know what I mean. Like see a lot of it at once is kind of cool.
Oh, it was so pretty. I mean,
just
we
the
pulled off at a
multiple
bunch
ridge
of
lines in a row.
We pulled off at a bunch of overlooks just so we could see. I mean, it was amazing.
But so we did that, and
other visitors got plenty of other views because there were so many NSXs. We were kind of stealing the show.
Maybe a little bit. The leaves weren't turning yet, so we provided the color, I guess.
Yeah.
But so on that note, we are headed back now. We're expecting to catch a little traffic on the way back to DC, but it doesn't look like it's horrific at this point. So we will hopefully make the boat. But I doubt we will be doing any more talking to the camera today because we're going to enjoy our dinner. And then get back and get some rest, and I don't know, maybe actually edit a video this evening. We'll see.
Maybe. So we will rejoin you tomorrow for day 4 of NSXPO 2019, where it sounds like we have a concourse, we have some vendor showcase, and then we have our final night banquet with a lot of stuff, but one particular key item, which is revealing where NSXPO 2020.
Yes, that year.
Yes. I did it again. 2020 will be. And we'll see if our guesses are right.
Yeah, were we
our
correct on the internet?
Speculations are right.
But
I know we were wrong on the internet once. Brake pads.
Yeah. Well, never mind. Twice technically, but more to come on that.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to call it an evening from a video standpoint. We enjoyed our two-day extravaganza here, and we will talk to you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
The traffic did get pretty atrocious, but in the end we made it back in time to get changed and enjoy a leisurely stroll along the picturesque waterfront before boarding the Spirit of Washington for a cruise up the Potomac and a tasty dinner in great company. We will see you again for day 4 of NSXPO 2019. Thanks for following along.